What up, though? So, I want to get a little personal today, even though I'm always personal on my channel, but I feel like this topic is not talked about enough in the spiritual community, and it's about embracing your darkness. Now, why I feel like this is so important to talk about this is because in spirituality, we always want to talk about high vibes, being in the light, expressing our strengths. But really, we need to understand that our weaknesses enhance our strengths. And our weaknesses do come from the darkest parts of ourself, which are the hardest lessons we have ever faced, and realizing things about ourselves we don't like. So, in this video today, we're going to dive deep into how embracing your darkness will lead you into showing up for yourself and really being able to embody true self-love. Tell a bitch it's like a big fat fucking toe. Sometimes that's how we feel. And sometimes we gotta swallow that too. I know this sounds so fucking weird, but sometimes we gotta realize that we make mistakes and we should have shunned ourselves for that. But anywho, you beautiful beings, welcome back on another episode on Embracing the Ascension series with your homegirl, Brittany Fontanez. On this channel, I speak about spirituality. I speak about emotional awareness with love. And I do readings as well, guided readings, which people consider them tarot. And this channel is all about things that aren't talked about, that should be talked about, that will heal our souls. But other than that, you beautiful beings, welcome back. So thankful to have you here. And if you enjoy this channel or content just like this, you might as well hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, hit that notification button, and lastly, follow me on Insta, as I'm posting every day for your betterment and upliftment, and for you to smile, because you deserve that shit. So you can walk on your spiritual journey with more enlightenment and unconditional love for who you are and for who you are meant to be. So, beautiful beings, I want to dive deep into this because I feel like this is not talked about enough in the spiritual community. And that is embracing your darkness. Now, I want to get in depth on how society plays in this role of us not being able to embrace our imperfections. And that is, we've been conditioned in society, excuse me. Remember, when you feel energy, release it. It's just energy. Allow your body to do its thing because it's releasing energy. You don't want to pent up any energy that doesn't serve your highest good. But anywho, so we've been conditioned in a society where we only embrace our bright side, meaning we embrace the light within us. Same thing in spirituality. It's high vibe, embrace the light. But in society as well, we only embrace that side, and that side is the masculine side, which is of the sun, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this society has conditioned us into suppressing our feminine energy, and realize we all have masculine and feminine energy within us, but it has taught us to suppress our feminine energy, and that is where vulnerability is. That is where feeling is. That is where the capability of having compassion lies. And this is why a majority of us don't know how to love ourselves fully, is because we don't embrace those parts of ourselves that we don't like. And the reason why this is so important is because, think about it. When you had the worst day ever, you learn the most valuable lessons through those darkest moments. And those are those moments where you do not love yourself. Let's be real. Those are the moments where you judge yourself the most harshly. And even, for example, for me, I've been the cheater in a lot of my relationships, and in relationships that I cared about deeply. I have allowed my addictions to interfere with my relationships and not being emotionally available for the people that I did care about deeply. And I shunned myself for a long time. Like this morning, I woke up with guilt in my heart because of the disappointment I had with a past relationship that I'm still healing from. And it hurt. Like, I was getting down on myself a little bit, but I had to stop myself and realize, you know what? We have to embrace the choices, the mistakes, the failures, the disappointments that we have implicated upon ourselves. Not just for the other person. It's not even about anyone else. It's about us. We have to embrace these, because little do we know, as much as we would love to go back in the past and change it, let's be real. We don't want the lessons to go away. We never want the lessons to be taken away, because they have literally helped us to show up for ourselves. But you have to realize that when you're feeling down on yourself, when you're feeling like you're not good enough, you gotta hold space for yourself. You gotta show up for yourself. You can't allow yourself to dwindle in that darkness. And this is why a lot of people don't want to go within their flaws, go within their insecurities, is because we dwindle in them, meaning that we get so swallowed up by that pain that we literally self-sabotage ourselves into thinking that we don't deserve love, happiness, or joy. And this is why a lot of people don't do true healing, is because they're not willing to go within those hardest parts of ourselves that have been closed up, shut down, and suppressed. And it's so important that we do. And the reason why it's so important that we do go within those parts of ourselves is because those are the parts of ourselves that are literally calling us home. Those are the parts of ourselves that we can literally take those lessons. It's like an opportunity. We could literally go within that part of ourselves and take the opportunity to learn about ourselves more, to learn about what we need. Realize this. We all stem love from being in a connection with someone else. When love is everything and everywhere, and including you. But when we get into relationships, little down the line, it's good in the beginning, but all of a sudden you start showing your insecurities. You start like getting really codependent, or when your spouse goes out and you think they're gonna cheat on you, and you get terrified and you start yelling at them, and you're just like, babe, no, like, I love you, I adore you, but you don't believe them. Or you are too hard on yourself because you don't want to text that person back because you don't feel like you're good enough, because you display your worth upon how someone may feel about you. But really, it's not even about the other person, it's about you. And when we do this, the person starts seeing us like, oh, what happened? You were the shit, and now I don't even like who you are anymore. And then we allow our worth to be defined by that. But here's the thing. Our worth is not defined by the outer world or anyone else. Our worth is defined by us. And if we're not willing to love those parts of ourselves, our insecurities, our flaws, our codependencies, our addictions, our insecurities, our mistakes, our failures, if we're not willing to embrace these hardest parts of ourselves that we don't like to see when we look in the mirror, I'm not saying you won't find love. I'm saying that you won't feel truly fulfilled in anything that this life hands to you. And that's heartbreaking. I've been that type of person where I've had great relationships. I've had people, who were able to, express their truth, to be there for me, but I couldn't allow that love in. And it's because, I didn't know how to love myself. I didn't know what real love was. I didn't know how to, show up for me in order to show up for the other person. And here's another thing too. We're so quick to be there for someone else, to love their flaws, and also when they don't show up for us, we feel heartbroken. But here's the thing. We already abandoned ourselves in the process. We have already abandoned ourselves before we even got into that relationship, because we haven't healed. We haven't allowed ourselves to create space for who we are, for what we need. And it's so important, regardless of a relationship or anything. This is for everything in life. If we can't hold space and compassion for ourselves without no judgment, then we can't go out in the world feeling safe to be who we are. And I think it's so important. I don't even think it's a knowing. It's so important that we feel safe in this universe, because No one else is going to be us. And let's be real. No one is going to come and save us. I'm going to be real, y'all. We can pray to God all we want. Please give me this. Please help me that. But let's be real, y'all. Like, God only helps those that help themselves. This is why it's so important that you got to show up for yourself when you're at your lowest. You got to show up for yourself when you just can't stand to look at yourself in the mirror because you just feel resentful or you feel disgusted. That's when you got to stand there, stand your ground and say, you know what? I did this, I did that, I broke my own heart, I broke a lot of people, I hurt myself, I hurt people, I get that, but I gotta love me. Because at the end of the day, no matter what you have done, you are love, and you deserve love. And you are a loving being no matter what, regardless of what you have done. So realize that when you can embrace your darkness, that's when you enhance your light. And that's when you can be your own guiding light in your own darkness. So instead of seeing yourself as a problem, because we do create our own problems, and we are our own problem, and we could be our own worst critic and our own worst enemy, yes. But at the end of the day, we are our own solution and our own true hero and our own best friend and our own lover and our own savior. And when we can show up for us, guarantee you the universe is going to show up for you. Guarantee you good things are going to show up for you. I guarantee you abundance is going to show up for you. I guarantee you the wheel of karma is going to turn in your favor. It's because you're deciding to, instead of judge yourself, to forgive yourself, to love yourself, to hold yourself when you need to have compassion for yourself, to say, instead of saying, I'm stupid, I'm ridiculous, I'm an idiot, why did I mess that up, I had something good. Instead, you can be like, you know what? This had to happen to show me what I was neglecting within myself and how I was abandoning myself. And the fact that that had to leave, yeah, maybe I lost an opportunity, but at the end of the day, this universe is abundant. I am abundant. When things go, better things have to come. How can I help myself ease into that truth and to have compassion for myself in this vulnerable state rather than putting myself down? I'm telling you, we are our own best friend, our own lover, our own true hero. We are the only one that's gonna make us happy. So boo, when they say everything is within you, happiness is within you, it is. You just gotta create it. And you create it by showing up for you and identifying what is happiness to me, what is love to me, what is compassion for me, what is emotional availability, what is emotional availability to me. When you can create a source of light within your own darkness, you become your own guide. To the point that you're not even looking at the end of the tunnel anymore, the light at the end of the tunnel. You realize, oh wow, I am the light within this tunnel that's gonna lead me out this tunnel, and therefore I'm the light outside of that because I already see it, I already envisioned it, I already feel it, so might as well be it. And little do you know, you are it. But other than that, you beautiful beings, I really hope this brought clarity to you. I really pray that this uplifted you, because I want you guys to know, please don't judge yourself. There is nothing wrong with you. Nothing wrong with you. And nothing wrong with the person who has hurt you, because we all have our own pains. We all have our own traumas. We just gotta love each other, regardless if that person really did severely hurt you. We have to understand there's nothing wrong with us. We all got pains. We all got traumas. We all got our own shit, bro. So, excuse me, I got burp. Woo, excuse me. Man, I had a delicious ass breakfast. I'm just be real. But, like I was saying, we all got our own thing going on. There's no need for judgment. Judgment was created to learn how to control yourself and everything around you so that you can trust in something higher than yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because the universe is not about judgment. The universe is about love and forgiveness. So love yourself. Forgive yourself. And do whatever you can to embrace every part of you, because your imperfections make your perfections. So again, I really hope this helps. If it did, hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel if you enjoy my energy. Boom. I appreciate you. Hit that notification button so you won't miss any other videos. Make sure you hit the all notification button so you could get all of the notifications of any videos that I post. And as well as that, this helps the algorithm YouTube distribute this video out to assist other beautiful beings like you who need to hear this message. But if you want to dive deeper into really understanding how to embody your light, embody your darkness, and intertwine them into one, so you can really truly how to learn to love yourself, go to the link in the description below this video. It will bring you to my services, and I do have a program called Embracing the Beast. I know it sounds corny, but the whole reason for that program is learning how to love the darkest parts of yourself, learning how to love those shadows, and realizing how they are your strengths too, and how they can help guide you, and how they can be your light within your own darkness. So other than that, you beautiful beings, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your donations. Just thank you for your time. And please have a blissful day, and do whatever you can to love yourself today. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Namaste.